What's up, guys? Are you ready for this tonight? Got something special to show you. You ready? Lena's here with us tonight.
Hey, guys.
On right now. Look at this. Oh, look what I found flying around the swamps tonight. Yes. What up, guys? Are we ready?
What's going on, everybody?
Are we ready?
It's gonna eat me.
That music gets you pumping all the time. Jonathan, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for joining Rock and Roll. Let's do this.
I would love to do that, but that is hard.
I was kind of afraid it was going to eat me, but then I realized it was Tony.
Rock and Robin said, well, this is different. Got Lena on tonight.
You know?
Exactly. We got Lena tonight.
Having Lena on.
Not at all.
I was on last week, too.
Not at all. Yes, you were. We opened you.
My daughter was not happy.
Oh.
Because she was watching.
Because of the mask?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Not a fan. Yeah, I'm
Jonathan Chong.
But
hey.
Danny stopped right in the middle. I kind of interrupted. You know what? Some communities accept people with open arms no matter what.
That's exactly true. Where is my phone? There it is. Sorry, I'm trying to start a Facebook because that's right.
Wow.
We are live on Facebook too.
That's so cool.
Listen, Facebook together is the way to do this. I'll tell you right now.
Especially
the
if
amount
you
of views
have
we
a
get
following on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
So, exactly. But not even that. It's, you got friends on there that don't realize that you got a YouTube channel and things like I picked up a couple the other night that way. Heck yeah.
That's awesome.
Why not?
Yeah. Nothing.
Yep.
Especially when you start a watch party. There's something weird about a watch party that just kind of spreads its way out there. If you got a friend that puts it on and they decide to share it as a watch party, then they got their friends coming in and joining. Then they're like, hey, check that out.
Hey, Martine, how are you? Your wife's here.
And yes, there is an 80s
song with
open arms. Welcome in, Kirk Bennett. So,
got people messaging me on Instagram to participate in my pizza collaboration.
Your pizza?
Anything interesting happened today?
Yes, it's a collab with different channels, and we're all going to be making different types of pizza. I'm going to be making dessert pizza.
Awesome.
Just so you know that all those pizzas have to be delivered to my house. That's part of the collab. that good Georgia pizza down there. Domino's.
Oh, right. Sure. And even though,
I think Danny just threw up a little bit.
I threw up a lot. What's up, Bex?
Domino's is better than Pizza Hut, but it is under Gambino's / Godfather's.
So everybody watching on YouTube,
I don't know if it's the same as what I used to say about Eve.
Thank you for joining. We are doing this all over.
Now, Danny, I know there was a million good pizza spots in New York, but did they have Godfathers in New York?
No.
No? They had it all over Southern
Not that I know of.
And for chain pizza, it may be the best chain pizza I ever had.
It's up there with Gambino's. Gambino's is better. Rock and Robin says, why just to your house? Why not just get the recipe and make your own yellow shirt guy?
Kurt said peanut butter is good for dessert.
I know you don't like peanut butter.
Don't be sharing my secrets, dude.
Oh,
then they're not going to want to watch the video.
No, please don't tell me you're making anything with peanut butter. Oh, you know what?
Well, maybe not now.
The stream's yours. Hey, bye.
Maybe
not. He's not a fan. Not
Okay,
a
I'll
fan of
use
peanut butter.
icing instead. And Martine Watts, it's a YouTube collab. It's where different channels get together and we all film videos in like the same theme. So this theme is a pizza party. And so I'm making dessert pizza. One of my friends who's keto, I think, is making a keto friendly pizza. And so all the videos will go live on YouTube at the same time. And then you just follow the links to all the channels who are participating, and it's really fun
All right,
because
I
you get
had
to
to
see
come
all the
back.
different ways that people do something. Like there's a Harry Potter one coming up. There's a bar crawl one that I know Tony's doing. I don't know if Danny and Jess are doing it or not, but he's been
What?
invited.
A bar?
Well, how's it
The
going,
bar
Bax?
crawl on Instagram. You've gotten lots of
I don't think
messages.
so. I know. Yeah, I know.
He never checks his
I
Instagram.
know. But really, that's the thing is I don't check Instagram. The problem with Instagram is I don't get any hits from Instagram. Okay, Instagram to me is a waste of my time. All right, now at the parks or something at a theme park or at my filming location, like you see it a lot for me. It's like when Danny's out at some place, Jenny and Jess are out filming something because posts start coming in. So where we are at
Yeah.
that point. That's what I use it for. I don't use it for anything else but that.
You're more on Twitter though, right? You
I'm
do more
all
on
about
Twitter?
Twitter, yeah. Twitter and
Okay, yeah,
And see,
Facebook,
Danny
it's
does.
you'll
reversed for
find
me.
us.
I don't get hardly any hits on Twitter, but I get a lot of hits on Instagram.
So with
Difference
Twitter,
in
it's
channel.
you got to find the right hashtags that work for you. Twitter,
And that's probably
it's
part of it.
about
That's true.
trying. Hey, George. Don't knock the
George
Look,
Bull.
peanut butter's gross. I'm sorry. Peanut butter is gross.
Oh, Rockin' Rabbit says, Danny, she
Wait, was
messaged
that
you on
at
Instagram.
Danny's? I honestly, I telling you, Instagram is my mortal whole social media world. Okay, I'm going to be the first to tell you that, and I don't get Instagram. I don't like the fact that I can't go and post a link in there to my videos or things like that. Like it doesn't help me. It does not help me. If I can post a link to click it and go to where I'm putting something up, then I'm gonna do it. Twitter, I can do that.
Mm-hmm.
Instagram, I could put these hashtags and stuff in there, but Instagram hashtags, I don't get them. I don't get the ones in there that work. I mean, if you use it, you use it.
Yeah, they're
I'm not
completely
gonna sit
different.
here and knock it. Yeah,
If you use
like really
hashtag in
weird
Twitter and use it
hashtags in
on
there.
Instagram, yeah, it's completely
Right.
different. And
At
I'm
least
trying to use both, but I'm just
yeah,
not as good with them. And I don't do a lot of pictures. I'll take video, but I don't do a lot of pictures. And Instagram really is
right.
a picture
It's photo
centered.
and video based.
Yeah. Now I'll go live on Instagram sometimes if I'm sitting outside and I got a fire, but I don't do much with it.
Yeah, but does that help though? Going live on Instagram.
No, but it.
Do you have
Well, I won't
a
say
certain
no.
amount of time that you can be live though? Like,
No. Well,
It
it's
as far
ends
just
as
up
I know,
chopping it into segments. It's kind of like Facebook Live. I
see,
would
but
almost.
Facebook Live won't break it into segments though.
I've done.
the thing I like about the Instagram Live is when you do it, it's instantaneous. You hit a button. You don't have to set up anything, program anything. You don't have to be at 1,000 subscribers. I don't have to go sub for
I get
sub
it.
for anything.
Yeah.
And get enough people to
Right.
go live. And you just hit it, and then people get notified instantly. It's not, I hope everybody gets notified. It's like if you
Right.
send me a message on Facebook, it's going to pop right up on my phone. It pops right up on your phone as soon as somebody goes live that you follow. And then you can
Right.
join, you can chat, and you can share screen with people. You can bring people in and have them on your live with you. And the only thing I don't like is being able to interact. You can't interact the same way that you can with YouTube. You know,
Agreed.
Because it just scrolls on the screen though, right? The people.
Yeah, once it gets past your screen, it's pretty much gone. I think you could scroll back so
See,
far.
I don't like
but
I don't like that because I like to see what I have on my screen. I don't like text bothering me as I'm trying to pay attention to, give you a good visual of what's going on, and that is distracting to me. That's me.
Yeah.
I don't
I
like
actually
Instagram.
know.
No, that's
Yeah. I've done it a couple times. Like randomly, we had it started to snow really heavy, and so I just did an Instagram. I said, "Oh my gosh, look, it's starting to snow here in Kansas," and it was probably
Yeah.
like maybe 2 or 3 minutes, and that was it. I actually know some bigger YouTube channels that don't like going live on their YouTube channel. They want it strictly to be videos, so they will do Instagram live parties, and they'll be on there for hours.
really.
Mm-hmm.
I get it. I get it because I don't like having all these live streams. Wait, I can, without making them private, to hide my live streams. If I could just edit my YouTube, to say, all right, I don't want these live streams to show. I just want my uploads to show. And I get it. So
I wonder if you can do that in YouTube Studio.
I think the only way you can do that is make them actually private.
And if you make them private, it looks bad on your end.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but speaking of private, if you're not subscribe to the YouTube channel, and if you're on YouTube, go like the Facebook channel because we're live at both places right now. So, and if you're not subscribed to Lena, subscribe to her. If you're not subscribed to Tony, subscribe to him at Phantasmic Chronicles. And oh my, for Lena.
It's a play on like lions, tigers, and bears. Oh my, from The Wizard of Oz because I'm from Kansas. If you say it right, it follows the same phonetics of the chant. Paper and scissors and vacations. Oh my, lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. I sat and had to figure that out. It took me about an hour to make sure that the phonetics fit.
Six Flags and not open right now. There are no Six Flags open right now, Kurt.
There are absolutely no amusement parks open right now.
California's on a massive lockdown.
Yeah.
Yep. All Six Flags parks, all Cedar Fair parks, all Universal, all things open by the holdings company that holds SeaWorld, Busch Gardens, and all the subsidiaries there. They are all down. Trust me, because I would love to be able to book somebody to any of these places, but there's nowhere for anybody to travel right now.
And that question, no, I have not tried that. I have not tried that yet. I have no idea. I've never heard of
it. But if it's a brick house, I would love to know that it's cooked in a
brick oven.
A coal-fired oven. Danny, I know you know about those coal-fired ovens for pizza.
Oh yeah, I do. I don't. You know what? I'd rather the wood.
That's not bad either. But those coal-fired, just something about the way that crust comes out. It's just a totally different flavor.
Somebody posted a video and it said it was live 2 days ago.
They may have did a premiere video from about old videos that they had. Because I 100% will stand the ground and say no Six Flags parks are open. They did send the thing on Instagram and everything else like that, all social medias, that said all the parks are closed until the end of the month, if not longer. Right now, so
yeah. Right now, it's hard for anybody to guess.
Kurt, where is Brick? Brick House because I got to get there. It sounds like he's saying it's delicious. So I do love me some
You said it was
pizza.
Helena, Georgia.
I pulled it up. It
Atlanta,
says it is closed until mid-May.
Yeah,
That's closed
see,
for California.
there we go.
And that's even going to change. I don't see any park in the United States opening before June or later.
Unfortunately.
Just, I mean.
But look, it is what it is.
Yep.
There's not much
We need to be safe.
you can do.
I'm happy they're closed right now because especially where I live in a town that there's a lot of mouth breathers and tire kickers, and they just think it's a joke. I had to go into town this evening, take my son in to get his medication. Going up and down people are everywhere out. What do you need? I mean, maybe
Nothing.
you're just getting out and driving around, but I mean, it's every stoplight I'm behind 4, 5, 6 cars, and that doesn't sound like a lot to some people, but where I live, that's there's just people on every street. Every store has 7, 8, 10 cars in it, and it's like, what do you need? Get out in the morning, get it done, get home.
Helen, Georgia, I have to get up there, but it's an awesome town. I'll tell you that from what I've seen. So if you actually, I have been up that way. If you've seen my Cabbage Patch video from the Cabbage Patch Baby General Hospital, where Jess dragged me
you're talking about your personal collection.
No.
Quit telling his secrets,
I do
Tony.
have some, but
that's not all you got.
Yeah, Helen is actually a really cool town. They do an awesome 4th of July show, from what I'm understanding, and the whole town is just fantastic. It's like an old German town.
Okay. I would enjoy that then. I love going to those old German towns.
I want to get up that way. There's the mines up there and everything else. So
we got a place here. It's just outside of Columbus. It's called German Village, and there's a place here called Smith's. And it's old school, handmade, everything. The sausages, the wursts, everything. Everything is made in house all the time. And they ship all over the country. And
really?
Our
That's
local,
awesome.
I live in a town called Hillsborough, Kansas, and it is in the central area for the German Mennonites, and there is a dairy farm outside of town.
Crazy.
And the grocery store actually makes their own German sausage, and they ship all over. I should ship you guys some after this is all over, and I have money again. Or let me take that back. And Sam has,
I will always take some German sausage because I'll eat it up.
I can't eat it. We had bought some to try it. We had never had it before. It was okay. I'm not a big that type of sausage person. I came down with the flu about 6 hours later.
That's why I said
did not come good. Did not taste very good the second time. I can't even stand the smell of it because it's a lot of liquid smoke smell. The whole grocery store smells like it. I cannot go into the grocery store on Tuesdays or Wednesdays because those are the days that they make the sausage. I can't even smell it because I'm like,
Danny's excited.
I'm all about a good Oktoberfest.
He wants to wear
always about Oktoberfest.
Wait, you're gonna wear lederhosen?
Yes, he is.
I did not say that. I didn't say that.
Cool, Tony, right?
Wait, what was it for 2K and what was it for monetization? One of them was lederhosen, one of them was leggings.
I vote for lederhosen.
I believe you're over 2K. Don't be like my friend.
No.
When LeBron James come back to Cleveland, he stood there and he swore to us that he would parade up and down the street in a thong if LeBron James came back to Cleveland, Ohio. Now, all these years later, I'm still trying to get him to hold up his end of that deal. And he refuses. I even told him, I said, it has to be leopard print, and we have to have photographic evidence.
Martine
The
Watts
deal
wants to add
for my end. No, we are not adding a tutu. The deal was
Columbus, Ohio.
The because there is a Columbus, Georgia too. So
yeah, but it doesn't
I've
have
been there
the
too.
Ohio State University. Which, if Shelly was here, I could really have some fun with that.
Kirk Bennett. You can look it up on Google. It's called Dale's, Dales Supermarket, and you can call them and tell them that you want to order sausage, and they will take your order over the phone, and they ship it in a cooler with dry ice, and it gets it'll get to you. And I recommend grilling it. Some people actually chop it up into little slices and throw it in the crock pot like smoked sausage. But the way most people like to eat it is slice it in half so it opens up, put the meat down with the casing up, grill it, and then serve it on a hamburger bun with mustard.
Not just any mustard.
Yep. Granny's mustard.
Yep.
Actually, here it's served with Granny's homemade mustard, and it's a local business that makes mustard, and they make like 12 different kinds, and you can actually buy it all over the U.S., and that's bottled and manufactured here in Hillsboro. Jonathan Chong says, Danny, we speak for you. Yes, later, Hoser.
You know what? Jonathan remembers everything. Danny said he would wear something for 2K subscribers, and monetization, he would wear leggings. What did he say for 2,000 subscribers? There was something. And you know Jonathan will remember. Jonathan remembers
you know what it was?
Everything.
I'll tell you right now what it was. It was the jump rope game at round 1.
Oh, that's not
monetization. Yes, because it was a crazy one. There's no way in heck I'm going to do anything with this one. It's a double Dutch jump rope game. I'm going to die.
But
Kurt, it is right now. It's actually kind of chilly and rainy. No.
And Robin, it's the Germans, because German Lederhosen, Oktoberfest, and German sausage. So yes, they do fit together.
And it fits together because it is the world of randomness. I mean, you're lucky it's stuck within the realm of something German for the whole conversation.
Yeah. Right? It's more like you're just stuck in our world right now.
Danny, she's found another one of these stupid little black baskets.
Is she yelling at a cat again?
I'm ready for quarantine to be over so that some of these bands can get back in the studio and release some new music. There has been nothing new.
Exactly. So, you're by Columbus, Ohio. Here in Columbus, Georgia, you know what we have, right?
What?
Watch one of my videos from the Lunchbox Museum.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize you were in Columbus, Georgia for that.
Yeah.
Hey, in Columbus, Ohio, we got a place called Dirty Frank's Hot Dog Palace.
I'm not touching it.
It's a hot dog restaurant. I mean, it is literally a hole in the wall, but it is one of the best meals you'll ever eat, especially if you're a hot dog.
I'm sure they do have a hole in the wall for talking about a hot dog place with a hole in the wall. I'm not even.
Dirty Frank's. Although right now they should probably get that cleaned up.
Oh my God.
The new intro, that's been around for a little while. Well, then
that's been around for a little while, yeah.
She's worked the last Tuesdays you've hosted.
I've seen it, yeah. Yeah.
No. And speak of the devil,
hello,
Shelly is here.
Hey, Shelly. Rock and Robin says if Danny's going to be in Lederhosen, he has to do a German dance.
Yes,
you don't want to see
Rock
Danny
and
do
Robin.
an American
Snowballed
dance.
on you.
Not it.
This is kind of snowballed on you, dude.
Yeah.
It usually does. It's okay. That's why you see my skin is thick. You can't come at me. Hello, Lauren. That's my sister.
She's probably going, why is my brother smacking himself?
Probably, but whatever. She's used to it. It's all right.
Martine says, well, I'm normally saving lives.
Yes,
and
she is.
Hats off to all of our medical personnel, all the truckers, and the people working at the grocery store, people who have essential jobs, like Danny, my husband. Thank you guys for all that you do and putting yourself out there.
I don't know how essential my job really is, but okay.
Well, you've been deemed essential, at least for now, so you get it clear.
They say you're essential.
Exactly.
Got to get in those 3 oil changes a month. Department of Homeland Security may need an oil change in one of their little black vans.
Oh, yeah.
Either that or they're going to pull up and take you away in it.
Yeah. I found out we have a contract with ATF.
Oh, really?
I was like, what? I was like, really? I was like, okay, no. I'm not even going to, no. I'll tell you off stream. That was way too funny.
Martine says the van needs an oil change, Tony.
Yep,
so.
I was just talking to Danny about that the other night. All of this happened right as it needed to be changed. And it was like, Shelly, I was not talking smack about Michigan. I was actually saying that Michigan is a lesser state than Ohio. Was. I mean, it's not really smack
about everything.
Yeah, but what? How is
he said? Hey,
how
you
is telling the truth? I'm just asking, how is telling the truth talking smack?
Kurt made a good point here. He said new music sucks. It does.
Depends on the band, though. If you got
That's why we listen to country.
But you know what, though?
Whoa,
every once in a while, you turn
or Elvis.
You know what? I don't mind. I don't mind country, especially Johnny Cash or even some Elvis. But you know what? There's nothing better than turning on that radio and hearing Joey Jordison bang the sticks. That's when you know things are about to happen.
Or she said barf. Sorry, Martine. We
Tony,
all
when
listen
you
to
do that, I
and
need to defend my faith politically.
Well, I'll give you credit. I mean, she does put up a good fight.
She said, I need to protect my state. God.
Everybody needs to defend something, even if it's a lesser.
Yeah. Just realized my lights needed to be.
I was going to say that.
You have Christmas lights.
I've had Christmas lights for a while, yeah. Background noise,
I'm being particularly observant right
now. You don't have a choice.
And here's the bad part is you're only supposed to go out and get things that are essential. And, Martine had even
what did you go get?
We could go out and get some paint. We could paint some stuff. And I'm like, you know what? If you go out now and walk up to a paint counter and be like, I need to get a couple gallons of paint, they're going to look at you like, get the F out of here.
A lot of people are doing it because they are stuck inside. And so people actually aren't going to give you the weird look that you think they are. I know somebody who went to
I'm going to tell you right
a
now,
home improvement store and ordered
an
brand new
essential-
blinds for every room in their house.
Yeah, but I'm going to tell you right now, as an essential employee, if you don't need to be in that store to bother those people, don't do it.
Yeah,
Because we don't want to talk to much as you don't want to talk to somebody else. Like, you're only looking, like, people are only looking to go and do these little projects because they have nothing else. They're bored, and they're like, oh, I need something to do. You know, like with me, people bringing me their cars, like, oh, I need to get out of the house. But do you need to come to the store? Do you really need to be in that hardware store? Did a pipe in your house burst? Is your like, I'm not saying you are going to do it, so I'm just, as a whole, why put yourself in the line of fire by walking into a contained space? You know?
Yep. Well, our governor just put out another extension to the stay-at-home order. Like in store, you know how Walmart is limiting the amount of people in stores. He's taking it one step further. Any store that's open, one person for every 1,000 square feet.
They're doing that everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing that everywhere. I think it's. I don't.
Yep.
And Walmart said it
even
across the board. Yeah.
Well, this is any store in Ohio. Anywhere that is open, it's a requirement. If the corporate office of that store isn't doing it, the state says you'll do it anyway. Doesn't matter what your company thinks. That's the way it's going to be.
I mean,
and the one thing
I haven't been to the store probably in about a week or so, but from what I'm understanding is like Kroger, Walmart, Target, Publix, all of them, they're actually limiting you and also making one-way aisles.
Yep.
That's my dad is prior service. He's retired now, and Stan's retired now. The commissary, which is the grocery store for the military, used to be one aisle was this way, and the next aisle came back the other direction, and now it's just mass chaos. So hope that I think people will end up liking that. And go, wait a minute, I'm not trying to run into somebody.
Yeah, and you see, like Danny said.
She said it right.
Yeah, and yep, and you know what? And right now, you know what? She's been on call the last few nights she's supposed to work because now the hospital is saying, you know what? Maybe you don't need to be at the hospital. So now they're not needing as many nurses. So now, yeah. And here's the thing that's probably a good thing is, and I've become a huge fan of him, and I never thought much for any of the Cuomos anyway, but as Cuomo's in charge now, he's got his head on.
Yeah.
I mean,
yep.
It's Mario's child. I can't believe Mario's child has his brain in his head, period. But both of his sons are pretty bright. But you know what? He has not been afraid to sit up there and say, you know what? I don't give a what the president says. This is what's going on. You know what? Get some stuff here. That way, when we bring our stuff down, I can send it to wherever it needs to. And I mean, now after begging and begging, people are seeing these massive numbers come out of New York. I mean, because literally people live on top of each other, especially in the city, and even out into the suburbs of that area. And now it's going to have to, well, it's coming down to that. Utah, I think, sent 1,000 respirators, and there's been a couple other states. And my wife was saying the other night she got an email that they're asking for travel nurses to come, and if I remember right, she can put it in here, but they're looking to pay like $100 an hour.
Yes, because we had a couple nurses locally who went out.
Well, and Shelley, the one thing I will say about that is, yeah, at first I don't think anybody realized how it was going to affect us here, because really the only case scenario we had was 1 billion people and 80,000 infected, which when you take it by 1 billion, not a lot. So it's one of those things that then all of a sudden it's becoming pretty evident that the numbers coming out of China are representative of what they truly were. And if they were, maybe we should be copying them a little bit. No one wants to lose any rights. I don't want to lose any rights. But you know what? Right now, it's in my best interest to stay at home. Whether I like it or not, it's in my best interest.
Mm-hmm.
Yup.
So, Shelly, that word would be exogen. We don't there are no M's on our keyboards here.
Rock and Robin, I'm glad that you have the option for Instacart. That isn't something that we have the option of where I live. We are a little rural community farming town that when the college is in session, we have about 2,000 people. And the nearest Walmart is a 45-minute drive away.
Wow,
We have
you
a
really are a small town.
we have a home-owned grocery store, and we have a Dollar General.
I'll say,
And it's
Not a
open
Dollar
on
General, just
Sundays.
not a general store.
Because the Dollar
is it
General
one
is
of those
open
Dollar
on
Generals
Sundays.
that on Monday it was a big pile of
What's up?
dirt, on Tuesday they had a grand opening sign up? Those Dollar Generals, they pop up
The horse
overnight.
hitch outside.
Well, around here that's true. There really is one.
Yeah. It was actually built in a smaller building when I was in high school because one of my friends worked there. And we actually had one of those Walmart neighborhood markets that came in town. And I seriously thought there was going to be a riot in town. People were signing a petition to boycott Walmart and whatnot. And the funnier part is that Sam was on riot control for the state, and they were like almost to the point of having to call him on Hillsborough for rioting over Walmart. Well, when Walmart corporate closed all of the neighborhood markets, Dollar General bought the building and moved across the street, and it expanded their space, and now they have a grocery area. They have like meat. They have meat. Pretty much, it's a Dollar General market.
Yeah.
And I was just looking
Rock and
over,
Robin, it would be at least a 35 to 40-minute drive for the nearest store. Because the closest town to us is Marion, which is 10 minutes away. They have a hometown grocery store and a Dollar General that is 6 months old. And I know
I'll tell you this
went to
one.
school there.
This one is weird because Waffle House has been doing drive-through.
Yeah.
It is
I love
so
Waffle
weird.
House.
that makes me wish Waffle House was here close enough to us.
I kind of want waffles now.
Yeah, I just want to have some Waffle House, even if it, because oddly enough, Waffle House makes some of the best burgers. Sometimes a
They
good
do.
flat top burger.
They really
A
do.
good
Their
flat
patty melt.
top burger is awesome. Yes.
Their patty melt is awesome.
I think it was there no, it may have been there, but
You know who makes a good patty melt? I'll tell you who makes a good patty melt. IHOP.
There's two IHOPs.
Patrick White. I had a police officer tell me yesterday that Waffle House is considering going out of business. And that's probably just because you can't get a donut there.
No. Legit, they're really going bankrupt because of this.
Really?
I heard it because they're based out. Yeah, they're based out of Georgia.
Too bad.
I heard it. Hey, Jordan, what's going on? I heard it on the radio the other day when I was driving to work. Whereas Waffle House is really struggling right now because they cannot. So they're they're actually considering going out of business.
Waffle House is one of those places. Look at where every Waffle House is built. What is around a Waffle House? There is usually a freeway. There are usually hotels and bars. If you see a Waffle House,
you're right.
No one's traveling. No one's staying at hotels, and everyone's drunk at home. I
mean, right?
Let me tell you this though, like that's just like the model that it's too.
Mm-hmm.
Cracker Barrel. Look at Cracker Barrel. Wherever there's a Cracker Barrel, it's easy on, easy off.
Yep. And you know what? Cracker Barrel probably does a better job of that than anybody else. But anytime you hit an exit, if you don't see an IHOP, a Waffle House, or a Cracker Barrel, you're either really far north, really far west, or you're taking an exit into some place where there's nothing around.
You're entering the Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
And down here, there's another one you can add to the list in the South. If you guys have them by you.
What's that?
But Cookouts. Cookout.
Never heard of it.
It's kind of like cheap. They're really greasy. It's a burger place almost. They sell burgers and hot dogs, and it is. But not really barbecue.
Okay.
Yeah. But they're always you driving through the county, cookout now, cookout exit now,
Yeah.
Jordan Gasly, you need to go in and have dinner because dinner there is very good.
You know what?
Yeah.
I've had some pretty good meals there. But the problem is, and you know what, maybe it's just because of because Cracker Barrels, in a way, they're simple, but yet they're elaborate. It can be really expensive to eat at a Cracker Barrel.
100%.
Or really cheap.
It can be, but I've yet to really see anything super cheap at a Cracker Barrel. I mean, I don't know if you noticed or not, but I'm not in the type of kid that eats small breakfast or lunch.
Jordan, I get it. It's about the pancakes. I get it.
That's one thing I've only eaten there a handful of times. But I'll tell you what, and I'm not a big breakfast person, not breakfast for breakfast anyway. I love me some breakfast for dinner, but to get up in the morning, a lot of times when I get up, I don't eat until the afternoon. So for me, breakfast is more of a dinner thing. But when I go there, it really is. But for me,
all I have in my head right now is the song.
I get that huge breakfast. I've been just watching that the other night. They've been showing a lot of that on Sci-Fi here lately.
Yeah.
No, I'm not talking about the actual theme song for the Twilight Zone. I'm talking about the song Twilight Zone. I forget who the heck sings it.
I want to say Foghat, but that's not true. Yeah, maybe it was.
Okay.
Google.
Okay, I will admit, I will go to Cracker Barrel and order a side of pancakes just so they'll bring me the little bottles of syrup, and I will bring them home. I'm not about that. Jonathan Chong. Okay. So somebody feed the scary monster some pancakes.
Golden earring,
good
Tony.
Blueberry pancakes sound delicious.
I made
Pillsbury
blueberry muffins. That's what I said. Feed the scary thing pancakes. Maybe it's just hungry.
I found him in the swamps. I found him in the swamps of Georgia. Allergy. What I'm saying. Found him down in the Okefenokee swamp there.
A lot of people, going back to the whole Cracker Barrel and Waffle House and IHOP, we have 2 IHOPs that are within a half an hour of us. One of them I don't mind going to because I can always find something.
Before you get into that, Kurt, you only 15 miles? I think it's less than that because realistically, I go either way, and it's about maybe 5 miles from me. Oh, I got a Walmart.
Thank you, Jonathan. I had Golden Earring. They also sang Radar Love.
Yes.
Very underrated band from the 70s. Actually, still have a very good sound if you listen to them to this day. You know, there's a lot of old rock when you listen to it. It's still good, but it doesn't hold up over time. But there are certain songs when you hear it, the song Radar Love, the song Twilight Zone, when you hear it, you turn that radio up just a little bit.
Because that beat was awesome too.
Yep. I'll keep my Reba McEntire, Martina McBride, Shania Twain, Carrie Underwood, Elvis. You guys can keep that weird music to yourself.
Yeah, you had lost me until you finally said Elvis. I mean, because I don't care who you are. If you're a music lover, you have to appreciate someone like Elvis. There's just certain artists. It doesn't matter what genre of music you listen to. If you don't hear their stuff and you don't feel something from it. Elvis is one of them. For a lot of people, I realize there's some people that just will never like them, but the Beatles is one of them. The Beatles, the old Rolling Stone stuff just had a sound that just you can still listen to it and it's still good.
Hey, look who joined us.
Hey, welcome in.
Thanks for joining the randomness.
Yep. When you listen to Johnny Cash, some Waylon Jennings, I just watched a really good. There's a show on I think the channel's called Reels. I don't know if it's only a DirecTV channel or not, but they do a show called Autopsy, the final days of like certain celebrities. They did one on Glenn Campbell the other day. You know what? I like all music, including country. There are certain things within every genre I absolutely hate. But you know what? When Glenn Campbell comes on, or like I said, Johnny Cash, some of that old stuff, I will listen to it all day long and just put away everything else I'm wanting to listen to. Jordan. You know, Jordan, I'm the same way. Because anytime you have a band comes along that completely changes the face of music. The Beatles were one of them.
This one I understand. I understand that one because
it depends on which version of the Rolling Stones. There are two different. It's the same band, but two completely different styles of music. The old Rolling Stones, they had that Beatles type sound. That was really good, and even some of the really old Stone stuff was really good.
So,
and then they just kept on trying to keep up.
Speaking of Jordan, just to let you all know, Thursday night, Jordan and me are going live. So we all get to meet Jordan. Just whatever. We're just going live.
Does Jordan have a channel?
I want to introduce you. Yes, he does, and you all need to get onto Jordan's channel. He's here from Georgia.
And Jordan have a channel?
That's awesome. So, well, who's that? Who's in the background here? What? Speaking of Twilight Zone. Yeah, but I want you all just to get to know Jordan on Thursday and learn how awesome Jordan is. Him to come live with me and you can see.
Oh, I found a video that I'm going to have to watch. It's called the Oddities and Curiosities Expo Atlanta. That sounds really, really interesting. I'm putting that in my save to watch later.
Hey,
file.
I've been wanting to get to that, and I'm so mad that it's not coming to get to this year here. But that's the stuff Jordan does. He's
true story.
Creepy.
That's so cool.
Me.
Went and subbed. Haven't checked anything out yet. I won't be a dead sub on there. I mean, there are some people out there in the YouTube world that enjoys getting dead subs just to sit on their channel. I mean, but I won't be one of them.
I may not comment on every video, but you will definitely know that I'm watching them.
Not a problem, buddy. I got a YouTuber out, but I also got to help an awesome YouTuber out that's here in Atlanta with me. Because you and I need to change Atlanta and make it awesome. There's not enough of us here in this region.
Danny Trump, let's make Atlanta great again.
No, not at all. Don't ever compare me to that way.
Next thing you know, you're going to be
seriously,
Governor Kemp reopening the beaches. That is,
like I said, we're not going political. I'm not touching it because
I'm not.
It is. I agree.
But here's the one thing I want to say. Here's the problem. Why are they telling people they're going to council members in Tybee Beach that they're going to be thrown in jail if they block off those beaches? That is ridiculous.
I don't know.
I read that and I'm like, there is no way that governor can actually mean that. And a rant. I mean, because
I deal with cars.
Because let's face it,
not counties.
The longer stuff like that goes on, the less likely I am to get up there to Cedar Point and ride roller coasters. That's all I want is to ride roller coasters. That's all I want. Ride roller coasters. I want to be able to get out and walk around and film. And right now,
Don't you think I do too?
Can't. Oh, I know.
I got a paperweight with tons and tons of twisted steel and metal 20 minutes away from my house. And I'm off from work, it kills me. But I do what I got to do. That's it.
I live in a rural farming town. I'm not doing anything different than before, other than I'm not at the school. I'm studying at home.
Well, and not only that, you know what?
I'm not getting into the peanut butter waffles. Oh my God. Jess loves those and they gross me.
Say peanut butter.
Oh,
Here she comes.
Hey, Jess.
Here she comes. They're saying,
I heard them singing the song of my people.
Yeah. Talking about peanut butter waffles, Kurt.
Hi, Jess.
Say peanut butter waffles and you see who runs, right?
Yeah.
I'm totally sending
Patrick
Danny.
said just out of nowhere. Shit. Look. Damn. Just got more of a reaction than people seeing me. You know what? Leave it again.
Okay. Got rid of him. Let's do this.
Hey, the entertainment.
Hey, Jess.
Those right now.
Jess is taking over.
Now this is true world of randomness shit right here.
You stand down.
Oh, man.
Bye, Jess.
Bye.
He's trying to kill us. Okay, there's an echo somewhere.
Danny, unplug.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
That was a great spear. That was WrestleMania.
So if I don't have the headphones, you guys can put everything. So.
And surround sound.
Jordan goes spear.
I'm totally mailing Danny a care package that has peanut butter in it.
That's going to her.
Peanut butter. A bag of Nutter Butters. Peanut butter crackers.
Patrick said, "To shave my head, I'll shave yours." It's like scratch my back, I'll scratch yours.
Danny, that's what you can do since you reached 2K. You can shave your head and let Jess do it for your channel.
Jess won't let that happen.
But if he shaves it, all of his superpowers are gone.
That's true.
Exactly.
Kurt Bennett says Hank Williams Jr. You're nuts. I'm not plain and simple. As Jack Sparrow says, simple, easy to remember.
Yep.
Exactly.
Danny, do you like peanuts at all?
Yeah.
You like peanuts, not peanut butter.
Peanut butter.
You know when you chew up peanuts in your mouth, they essentially become peanut butter.
They don't.
I think you've destroyed peanuts for him.
No, they don't. It's that creamy
it's crunchy peanut butter.
No.
Hey, did you see what your mom said?
Yeah, I do. I see it. Yeah. It's all right. You don't have to hide it anymore. They all know. It's okay.
Shelly Starwalker says no to the haircut.
See?
Did you see what Kurt Bennett
Tony
just put? Thoughts on Pearl Jam.
I was just going to tell you. Thoughts on Pearl Jam. I like them.
Pearl Jam is majorly in my wheelhouse. I mean, they come out.
Yeah.
When I was in high school, I think that they were a great band for the sound that was meant to be there at that time. Not many bands that came out of that era were able to maintain. Soundgarden would have been one of them because they really didn't fit the grunge. They really were hard rock. But Super Unknown definitely had that grunge feel to it because of the area they came from. I think Pearl Jam now is kind of the new age version of the Grateful Dead without the following. When you hear them live now, it's a lot of jam band style stuff. They'll play 20-minute guitar intros before he sits there and cries out the song Better Man. And I mean, Yellow Ledbetter was a good song, but I mean, it was time and place. It was great for the time. And another band that I compare them to that I think that probably was more or had more chops was Bush.
Yeah.
Bush was one of those bands.
Yeah.
They should have came out. They should have continued to rise.
You forget about Bush, though. You forget about it. Yeah. Yeah, you forget.
I think when they come out with Razor Blade Suitcase, it was a very interesting album, and every song was completely different. They were one of those bands that when you heard them, you knew it was them, but every song sounded a lot different with their own sound. They didn't just... And Pearl Jam was the same way. They had a very unique guitar sound to their music. And 10 is in my top 10 albums. Absolutely. It really is. The one band that came
who was like that?
Go ahead.
Is the Mighty Mighty Bosstones. They might be giants. Like the bands from that era. What?
Look up in the corner.
Oh.
It's been an hour.
Well,
hold your thought.
Please stand by.
about that. Lena's like, what is going on here? What did I sign up for here?
Kids, I was about to smash BB-8. Okay.
I was very confused.
Every hour on the hour.
Like, what just happened?
Every hour on the hour, the music's got to play.
It's
a little heads up would have been nice because it went right in my head.
The Mighty Mighty Boss Tones.
Yes, they might be giants. Bands in that era, like that end of the grunge era, that were just forgotten. I mean, they might be giants. If we didn't have them, we wouldn't have the Malcolm theme song. Let's think about that.
That's true. That's true.
You know,
now, Lena,
y'all are speaking complete gibberish.
That's what I was going to say. Do you listen to anything but country? Like, do you listen to classic rock? Do you listen to
oldies? Elvis, Johnny Cash. I was up until I was in 6th grade. The only thing I was allowed to listen to was oldies.
Have you ever watched the show Malcolm in the Middle?
No.
You never watched Malcolm?
Is it on the Disney Channel or the Food Network? Then probably not. Or USA Today when I'm watching an SVU marathon along the side.
I think it might be on TNT. Or TBS.
The only reason you watch TNT is for the Mummy marathons.
He doesn't watch.
Go watch Malcolm in the Middle.
Wrestling?
Chili Peppers were it right there for me.
Chili Peppers were it when they made the album Mother's Milk. And I don't know what happened after that. They went very mainstream. Very mainstream. Like when they redid the song Higher Ground, the old Stevie Wonder song.
Yeah.
That was
who?
Stevie Wonder. His song from the 70s, Higher Ground.
Who's Stevie Wonder?
Don't even start that.
What? I'm telling you, up until 6th grade, the only thing I was allowed to listen to was oldies. My first CD
Did I give it away good enough?
was Sock Hop Hits of the 50s. And then I had a Shania Twain CD. And that was all I was allowed to listen to. Okay, here.
You have to know who Stevie Wonder is.
My dad is 80, turns 81. He listens to Elvis and Roy Orbison and Johnny Cash, and that's all I was allowed to listen to. Give me a break. Sam would probably know who you're talking about because I give him the same "What the heck are you talking about?" look.
Okay, hang on.
I lead a very, very sheltered life, even as an adult. Yes, I do. Here's my rock. I think I lost like probably 100 subscribers.
No,
or I'm gonna get a whole bunch of CDs and here's what happened. I'll get in like a week. I'll have these big boxes of CDs coming from people in the mail.
Well, Danny,
so now you have to. Oh yeah.
They won't let me for some reason. That's Stevie Wonder.
Thank you, Martine.
It's because I gotta click it on my end.
Martine's with me.
There we go.
Recognize him?
Was he in an Elvis movie or X-Files? Then no.
Well, I don't know.
Well, then I live under a rock, Patrick White. I have a cave that I live in.
I have a hard time believing. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, if you don't, you don't. But I have a hard time believing that you. Now she's gonna get
I don't.
out on us.
No, I'm not. I'm just no. I really don't know who it is.
No, she can't pull Danny's trademarks here. Gosh, Don't pull my moves.
Here's what I'll get. I will get Peaches to come in and entertain you guys.
Well, here's something. Have you ever heard the song "Very Superstitious"?
Very superstitious.
Oh yes, I have.
Writing on the wall.
That's Stevie
That's
Wonder.
like the only thing I know of the song because it's probably in a movie I heard. It was Saw.
Oh, I'm sure it was.
I don't believe you just made me sing the song too. Because you're like, huh? Nobody wanted to hear me sing.
I'm sorry.
Now,
Do it!
Lena,
You made me do it on stream! Thank you!
now Lena, Michael Jackson is, right?
Ow!
Good! Sorry. Forgot you had headphones in, and probably most of our people.
That's why I only wear one.
Can you hear us?
Yeah. See, but if I only wear one of these, I only hear one person because I hear Danny in this one and Tony in this one.
Oh wow, that's
So I guess if I would have mute one of you guys.
It'll be the,
Kirk Bennett, yes, here we go. I guess at cookouts you don't like the peanut butter milkshake either. I get to talk food. I'm good with food.
You know what I do like? Oh my god. I'm going to tell you about milkshakes ever, okay?
The peanut butter and jelly milkshake?
No, 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 and no. You need to and get a milkshake there because you can put bacon in your milkshake.
That's a burger place, right?
Yes.
Did you just order a $5 milkshake?
Anytime I go there.
It's milk and it's ice cream.
And apparently bacon.
Yep.
Okay,
The chocolate cherry milkshake with bacon. Oh man, it is good. Jess gets the peanut butter banana one with bacon. But they're awesome.
Hey, welcome in, Noah.
Hi, Noah. Rockin' Robin says, Danny's about to reach the screen after Lena. Wow, calm down, Danny. It's okay. Actually, I think he's trying to make me deaf. I think
Pulp
that's
Fiction,
cool.
yeah.
Rockin' Robin says, a bacon milkshake. Ew.
No, it's not. Bacon milkshakes
kind of with you,
not.
Robin.
Ew. No, bacon makes everything better.
You guys start talking about milkshakes. All I can think is Pulp Fiction right now.
Actually, I'm imagining the milkshakes at Toothsomes at Universal that like are 16 feet high with like all the stuff they shove on top.
Really?
Yeah. Oh yeah, they're huge. They are huge. Shelly said my wedding song were
Pulp Fiction related. That is great.
Yeah. Eddie Vedder was great. He was.
Yeah, and he still has a great voice. I think that Pearl Jam's one of those bands that if they would have walked away in 2001 and said, okay, we're good. I actually seen them performing on a small stage at Myrtle Beach in 94. I had to think what year it was. I was down there 3 summers in a row. And look, I mean, it was a free concert. I mean, you stood out on the beach and watched Pearl Jam play. I mean, middle of the afternoon, which I thought was really great.
Yeah.
And, you know, they were awesome. One of those types of bands that have always done stuff like that. Well, my wife's like, I think of that movie because I just watched it. No, I think of that movie all the time. But it's even better when I just watched it. That is a pretty, yeah.
But here's the question. Here's the question about that milkshake. Do I need
Do you
What?
eat the cupcake first?
No,
I
it's
don't know.
about the milkshake.
Okay.
Bring the boys to your yard.
Yeah, but right now, your milkshakes can only bring 10 people to the yard.
At a 6-month
Actually,
distance.
because actually there could only be 9 because I would count as 10.
Wait, go back to your milkshakes. Go back to the milkshake. Hold on. Here you go, guys. Oh, wait. No. Hold on. Sorry, I hit the wrong.
Yummy.
Hold on.
Welcome in, David.
There you go. They wanted to see the milkshakes up close.
Oh,
yeah.
It's from Toothsome's Chocolate Emporium at Universal. You can also get similar milkshakes at Disney now.
Can you really?
Yeah, I think I remember seeing some of those milkshakes.
I think at Yacht Club Beach Club.
Yeah, I think Jeff and Angela were showing a milkshake or something when they were down there, because they did a video down there. Now, Mark, my wife asked an important question.
That
only in his leggings.
No, it always does. Always. I gotta chase him out of here with like torches. Get out of here! Leave! We don't want you here. 6 foot distance.
Yeah.
Yes, Jordan. You can get them at Beaches and Cream. Here's a picture.
Presenting. Lena.
It's
that's pretty much a copycat.
It's the big thing right now. Is like the bigger you can make the milkshake, the like more impressive it is. Apparently.
Really? Is that so? That kind of took the place of the kitchen sink thing that they had there.
Oh,
still have the kitchen sink.
Yep.
And now.
Patrick said diabetes in a cup.
Yeah, I was just reading that. Yes, it
pretty
is.
much. I don't know how it was before, but now when they present it, like lights and strobe lights go off, and everyone has to clap, and yeah.
For that reason, I would never order it.
I see, and a family of 5. We watched a family of 5 adults do it, and they were even like, it took every ounce of like shoving it in, feeling absolutely sick to do it. So I say you have to have at least 8 people to do it.
See, I'm not a food. I would do it, but like sweets and things like that, I can't. I can't do it.
That's just sweets overload to me, and highly unnecessary copious amounts of sugar. May I add? And people are actually recreating them at home. I'm like,
are you serious?
I want to know how much money people are spending to recreate the kitchen sink at home. And you have to wonder, is it more or less than what you're spending on it at Disney?
How much is that at Disney? I cannot recall.
The kitchen sink? I think it's $35.
When you think about it, when you get that, it's... Danny, have you ever taken a good look at what all goes into that? I mean,
I will read.
Yeah.
If you have 5 people for that, that's $5 a dessert. What else can you get at Disney for a $5?
Yeah. Okay.
Or no,
it is $35. It includes a whole can of whipped cream, hot fudge, warm butterscotch, peanut butter topping, 1 banana, 1 cinnamon spice cupcake, 1 angel food cupcake, 2 scoops of vanilla ice cream, 2 scoops of chocolate, 2 scoops of strawberry, 1 scoop of mint chocolate chip, 1 scoop of coffee ice cream, then chocolate syrup, marshmallow cream, strawberry topping, pineapple topping, a whole can of whipped cream, 1 brownie, 1 candy bar, 4 chocolate cream-filled cookies, so pretty much 4 Oreos, sliced toasted almonds, dark and white chocolate shavings, jellied orange slices, milk chocolate chip morsels, peanut butter chip morsels, chocolate sprinkles, rainbow sprinkles, and maraschino cherries.
Good Lord.
And it looks, please don't present me again. Something like.
Have a good night, Jordan. Thanks for coming in. We'll
Jordan,
catch up with you.
Good night, Jordan.
He will be out with me Thursday, guys.
That is diabetes in a bowl.
Yes, it is.
Hold on. Here, let me present that.
And I've seen that before.
Can you tell them to leave some stuff off?
Yeah, they can change it up for you. Like, if say you don't want peanut butter on it, they can substitute it for something else. But if you figure you're right,
extra peanut butter, but
yeah, Danny wants all the peanut butter. He wants to substitute all the chocolate and butterscotch for peanut butter.
Regular peanut butter, crunchy peanut butter.
Almond butter.
Yeah, but honestly, I'm going to be honest with you.
Sun nut butter.
Honestly, after everything on there, I guarantee you're not even going to taste the peanut butter. Because there's so much
all you're gonna taste is
heavier
sugar.
stuff on it.
But yeah, it's $35 plus tax.
Yeah, but wait. Imagine what I would be like after eating that. Yeah.
You'd be like one of those solar dash things out in the sun.
Danny would need a straight jacket and a padded room to bounce around in.
Yeah, well, I already need a straight jacket.
But no, really, if you figure it's $35 plus tax at Beaches and Cream, if you try to recreate it, you have to buy chocolate, vanilla, strawberry, mint chocolate chip, coffee. I don't know if you can buy coffee ice cream outside of Disney parks. And you're going to have this. Okay. You're going to have all this ice cream and then all this other topping stuff. You're going to pay way more than $35 to create it at home. You're going to pay at least $100.
Yeah.
Easily.
Now, for me, if I'm going to get ice cream at Disney, I'm stopping right there at the corner at Main Street, and I'm getting the ice cream in the Mickey Mouse pants. Rinsing it out, you got them. Throwing it in my backpack and bringing it home. You ever seen that, Danny? That's the Minnie Mouse one, but it's called the kitchen. It's called the Minnie kitchen sink, and the other one's called the Mickey kitchen sink. It's what you get 3 scoops of ice cream in it, and then like 3 toppings. Yeah. And then the other ones literally just look like Mickey Mouse pants. I think they're really neat looking. I think you can buy it without the ice cream for like $14.
You could, but so many people were buying them without ice cream that they stopped that, as far as I know. But you can say, hey, I don't want the ice cream in the Mickey pants or mini skirt, and they will put it in a separate container and bag your the plastic container up separate.
You see, that's how they did it with.
Here's the problem with
popcorn
that.
Buckets hurt.
That's a great thing. I get it. It's a great little thing to have ice cream in because it's not gonna. Okay. But here's the thing. You got to carry that thing around with you all day in the park.
Well, you guys don't carry anything with you when you go into parks, right? No backpacks or anything?
Mm-mm. Well, I can't say that. I do, though. I do. But I usually carry, hold on. I have one of my backpacks right here. Hold on.
Robin's trying to kill me. Rockner says Lena likes seafood pizza, and I'm definitely allergic to seafood.
Okay, I actually had 2 of my backpacks.
Robin's trying to kill me.
This is what I have with me. Sometimes but it's small. I go light in the park. This is another park bag that I usually carry around too. My Stormtrooper one.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a kid's. I mean, So how much can I really fit in here? You know, I got my cameras and stuff that I usually, and that's it. Do I want to put something that had ice cream in a bag that has cameras? Not at all. You know, that's it. But also at the same time is, do I want that thing all day? Do I want that thing, a plastic thing, in a backpack where I'm going to get on rides all day? It's going to break.
We did it right before Sam bought this one right before the Festival of Fantasy Parade, and he took it back directly to the room.
Yep, that's it.
With him while I went to another park. Are you talking about Voodoo Donuts, Kurt Bennett? Because I lived in Washington State, and Voodoo Donuts was the big thing.
That's probably I would guess that's what it is.
Wait, they have Voodoo Donuts in Washington State too?
Yeah, they're done in Oregon.
I know it's done
in Oregon, but
City
people
Walk
considered it Washington. Yep.
They're at City Walk right now.
Lena, you're messing with Danny about peanut butter. Yeah, I know. Brock and Robin said that she's giving you something to mess with me about since I'm messing with you about peanut butter.
Oh.
It's okay.
But Danny doesn't want to kill me. Peanuts, he's not allergic to peanuts.
You're just, you're allergic to seafood?
Peanut butter.
Yeah.
Now, are you allergic to all seafood or just like shellfish?
Disgusting.
It's the iodine.
Oh, okay.
We even use like non-iodized salt and stuff at home.
Yeah, that stinks because that's an important nutrient for your body, and then to be allergic to it.
How did you transport that thing around? Like again, like he just took it back to the room.
He took it back to the room. He just put it really carefully in the backpack, and then it went back to the room.
Right.
It's not something that if we wouldn't get it before like jumping on a whole bunch of rides. It would literally be something that we said, okay, we're kind of done with our park day. Let's grab ice cream, and then we'll eat it and take the container back to the room with us.
Right.
Or Sam, because
that's what a normal person in our position is going to do. You, me, Tony, we're all going to think that way because we're used to being in the parks. But you got that kid that sees that mom, I want that ice cream. I want that ice cream. Now you're stuck buying that for your kid. You know, Tony, I'm sure you've done that when your kids were younger. You know, huh?
Like those damn balloons.
Exactly.
$20 balloons.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Now you can't take that a balloon on the ride. You can't, So now Tony's stuck going back to the room because he did a balloon. Now, when he gets back to the room, he's going to look at, okay, there's my balloon, and go back to something else or go, But that, people carrying that thing around the park all day, like this, in their hand, because they don't want to put it in the backpack because it has ice cream in it, but because they rinsed it out and they don't want to break it. It's just really inconvenient. That's my
Roger Robin says Danny was that kid wanting ice cream.
No, Danny actually wasn't. Danny was the kid that always wanted fries or a burger.
The reason why that kid is getting ice cream in the middle of the day and that balloon in the middle of the day, because, and I've said it a million times, parents now are soft. No. Yeah.
Okay.
See, I know Patrick, and I know him well right now, and I know this, he's not lying. Yes. He would tell his kids, I'm going to Disney, you're staying home.
We were sitting in line. I had my spot all picked for the Festival of Fantasy Parade. I don't know if that video is live yet. But a guy walked by. He's like, honey, I have the balloons. He had 10 of those big balloons. I kid you not. At $25 a balloon times 10?
Yeah. Yeah. Or how about those stupid things at nighttime when they start wailing those? You see them too. They're coming out with these smiles on their face, like, "Hey, we got you now, parents." With those light up carts.
Yeah.
The kids are like, "It spins. It has Mickey hands, and it lights up. I want it."
Yep.
Tony and I are both travel agents now, and one of the things that I have on my list that I've started kind of creating like a little spreadsheet for kids, or for parents with kids, is to go to Dollar Tree and let the kids give each kid $20-$30 and say, "Here, have at the glow sticks."
That's a smart thing right there.
Guess what? That stuff typically the same thing, and you can get a lot of really neat glow sticks at Dollar Tree. Like there's butterflies and crayons and pirate swords and all kinds of stuff, and they're a buck. They're a buck, people. I actually have been known to run to Dollar Tree before a trip and throw $10-$15 worth of just like the individual glow sticks in my bag. Here's why. Parents that want to ride Haunted Mansion and don't realize that they can tell the cast member, "Hey, we want to skip the stretching room," or their kids are slightly afraid of the dark, instead of turning the flashlight on your phone on for your kids, break them and give your kid a glow stick, because then they have their own little personal light if they're a little scared of the dark, and it makes them feel better.
Well, my wife just said that we did the same thing the first time we went. The difference is she did not tell the rest of the story. When we bought this house, almost 4 years later, we finally found them in the closet and broke them to see if they still work. Because guess what we didn't do? We didn't.
You didn't take them with you.
You didn't take them.
I think we may have taken some of them, but we couldn't. Either we couldn't find them, or we just forgot to pack the rest of them. Because we still had a ton of them in the closet. And actually, I think we did take some of them, because I do recall some pictures with the kids with the necklaces on, like for fireworks and stuff. But I don't think we took them off, because we had a ton of them in the closet.
Sometimes I will throw some of like the more fancier glow sticks in my bags and stuff, because you see those parents, who have spent every down to the penny on the trip, but they don't have the money for souvenirs, and their kids are about to have a breakdown because they want a glow stick, and the parents are like, "We can't afford that if you want to eat tomorrow." So sometimes I'm like, "Hey, do you mind if I give your daughter a glow stick? Or do you mind if I give your son a glow stick?" And I let them pick from some of the cute little fun designs in my bag.
She made.
I'm surprised Disney allows you to bring them in.
Mm-hmm. It's the same way as you can bring in your own food, as long as it's not in a rolling cooler.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, they don't disallow a lot of things. I mean, they've added some stuff, but I mean, that's not a lot. Yeah.
Robin, you're scared of dorks? It's called Lysol. Just spray them and they'll go away.
Yeah, my wife made ears. Her and the kids made ears for our trip last time, and all the kids had ones for the Mickey and Minnie's 90th, for when they met Mickey and Minnie, and then they made individual ones. And then, like, when they got done with the 90th, when all the kids went out, we just randomly went around and found kids without ears, and each one of the kids found someone to donate them to. And there was some little girl.
Oh, that's nice.
And we walked up to her, and this little girl, it was the greatest thing that ever happened to her. And her mother, I swear to you, at least this is the way I remember it, was about half ready to cry, because, I mean, she was so thankful for it. This little girl was so excited. She put them on her head, and she's all smiling and stuff. But I'll bet you, and she may know exactly how many of them, but I'll bet you they gave away 9-10 pairs of ears during the week.
Huh.
Because
that's
like Lena said,
that's awesome. And I'm surprised Disney didn't see that, because that's something they should have did something. That Disney likes to create that special moment, but realistically, you, the paying guest, created that special moment for another paying guest. And that's my
And
thing is, oh, we create these special moments. No, you don't. I've never seen any Disney cast member create a special moment for anybody.
I'll say I
I have
can
one.
vouch for a couple of them that
Yeah.
happened to us. Yeah, go ahead, Lynn.
Sam and I were living together when we got married, and so the churches that we grew up in refused to give us any type of wedding shower. And so we were talking to the Main Street characters actually, and we're like, yeah, that's our wedding anniversary, and we really never got a present for our wedding. And one of the ladies just kind of looked at us like, really? And I kind of explained to her, and she kind of starts yanking on the guy that she was with and left. And I was like, okay, well, that was weird. They brought us, on behalf of all the Main Street characters, a 2020 ornament for our tree. And she said, here's your wedding present. 12 years late, it got lost in the mail.
Oh, wow.
Now, for us, the kids wanted
that's
to
because
do.
In there and actually say something. You know what I mean? Like, you actually had to say this whole story. What I'm saying is Disney should be on the lookout for someone like Tony and what he did. Someone like when I brought my sister down, they should have, they could. I'm not saying that I deserved anything, but you see my sister in there, could have stepped up your game, and you could see how she was having a good time, and let's make this an elevated experience. It's just
Well, let me
little
ask
things
you a
like,
question. If
yeah.
you look at the interaction she had with Ariel, that was, in my opinion, that's a form of Disney magic right there. I mean, nothing was really given, but I mean, Ariel never tried to get her to go, and every time she come back, she wanted to hear more. That is an experience that most people never get with a character. To sit there
I
and
mean, it
share
also
secrets
depends
and
on the
everything.
character. It
Yeah.
depends on the
Oh, it does.
character and what kind. Unless they're not a character, they're a human being. Okay. Now,
Yeah.
she could have had a cousin, a sister, or a brother, an aunt, an uncle, who is in the family. So yeah, she's gonna have a weak spot for something like that when she sees it, especially working at Disney. Okay, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like somebody like that on the street, Tony, you know how it is. You're gonna be like, okay, I'm gonna help them a little more than I would help somebody else. I'm gonna be nicer to them because I know how. A character doing their job to me isn't really it is a magical moment to a kid, but it would be considered an extra magical moment experience. You know what I mean? Now, if you
Yeah.
told me, hey, look, come back here and brought us into another room for like, listen, take as long as you need, type of thing, with this character because that you had. Now that's a magical moment.
Okay. You're right.
They did it with
And I've
what's his
witnessed
name,
that.
the voice impression dude. They brought him into a back room into that restaurant, and when he was over in Tokyo, and he got with all the characters that were in that dinner. It was him with all them. It's just little things that you could do.
Now, the thing that happened with us, the one that stands out in my mind, is Caitlin. I mean, all the kids got into pin trading when we went down this last time. We were
Right.
at the All Star Music, the store inside of All Star Music, and the kids were looking for cast members to trade pins with, and Caitlin walked up to this girl, and she said, "Well, what pin would you like?" And she picked out this pen, and she started pulling hers off, and she goes, "Oh no, sweetie, you can't have a pen like this." And she walked away or got under the cabinet or something, and there are specific pens called pixie dust pens. You cannot buy them, and there's something written on it. I can't remember. My wife may remember, but it can only be given to you by a cast member. You cannot buy it. You cannot trade for it. They do not carry it on their lanyard. And she said, "Here, a
Right.
beautiful girl like you deserves a little extra pixie dust in your life." You know,
Aww.
so along with the pen that she traded, she gave her that pen as
Right.
well.
That's so
Right.
cool.
And when I asked some people that know their pens, said that is not a pen that don't ever let that pen go. That is a pen that was given because a cast member felt it was needed.
Huh.
And it was really neat because my daughter was just all up in the air over that. She was like, she gave me this pen. It's got pixie dust in it, and it's a Tinkerbell pen, and it says something about
Right.
needing pixie dust or something. But when I found out what that pen really represents, I was like, that is awesome. That, why my daughter, why this time did that mean enough for that
Right.
girl to do that?
Right. I mean, but sometimes
random topic point.
Yeah. Go
on. In Louisiana, the Purge from the movie The Purge, siren was used to signal curfew in Louisiana tonight, and the police had to apologize.
Oh, Danny.
Oops. Your mom says Lauren had a magical moment with Goofy and Pluto on the way back to our room first night last year.
Yeah, they that is kind of what I was, that was the next thing that did like stop and dance with her. Basically, they were trying to derobe, and I'll follow them, and it was during the time of the hurricane when parks were closed. Yeah, it was. Well, no, the park was closed, and they were going the road that way. Ran into each other, and they stopped and interacted with her in one-on-one. So, but it's things like that is what I'm talking about.
Yeah, it's and I understand that you're not saying that you expect anything or hope to get something, but it's little things like that that is really fun. The unexpected. Like when you said something to Tigger in that one video and he turned around and actually interacted with you. I mean, literally, those characters are supposed to turn around and wave and just keep on walking. I mean, because didn't he shake your hand and stuff? They're not supposed to do anything.
No,
which is kind of
they saw her. It was in the Magic Kingdom. They saw her, and she freaked out, and then Tigger came to her and gave her a kiss, and then they kept walking. But yeah, in that situation, Tigger should not have been stopping to get a kiss.
Yeah, especially because I'm sure that he was miserably hot in that outfit.
Oh, I'm sure.
Wanted to get out of it
because it was very hot and humid out there.
I can't imagine how these people do it. I really can't. And even if they're only out there 10 minutes at a time, that is absolutely insane. Especially when you get triple-digit temperatures, and in Florida,
it was 100 degrees out that day too.
Below 98% humidity. If it's below 98% humidity, they declare a state emergency because something's going to happen.
Emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual purge sanctioned by the U.S. government.
What did you do?
Any and all crime, including murder, will be legal for 12 continuous hours.
What did you do?
I wonder if when the siren went off, it actually spoke all the words and people were freaking out.
But in some place like Louisiana, the purge probably would be okay.
That in Texas.
Well, Texas too.
Texas is its own country. You come on my lawn after dark, I'm going to shoot you anyway. I don't know.
Just John, thank you for joining us. How are you tonight? We appreciate
Welcome
you joining.
in, Just John.
Guys, this has been a lot of fun.
Time.
Right, you came in at a weird time. Hi.
Right at the purge.
Right? I am sorry to have to do this. I did not get a whole lot of sleep last night, and you guys know the issues that I dealt with earlier today. So I think I'm going to have to call it a night. Thank you guys so much for having me on. I hope I get to come and do this again.
Had a great time, Lena.
You're fine.
Have a great night,
Have a good
guys
night.
in the chat. If you have
too.
not done so yet, make sure to smash that like button for Danny over here in the corner. And don't forget to check out Tony with Phantasmic Chronicles. Have a great night, guys.
Don't forget to check out Lena at Paper, Scissors, Vacations. Oh my. Have a good night, Lena.
Night.
I can see you. Then there's 2.
Oh. Who will survive? I don't know. We both got that East Coast attitude. It might be a long way to go. The annual Hunger Games have begun.
The map for the Hunger Games that went out recently. People actually made maps from all the districts, through the United States, and basically, if you look at it, Florida's gone. It said underwater. It's gone. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Jonathan, for putting that in for her.
I appreciate that too. So, Kurt, if you want to know what's good on Disney
right now on Netflix
Plus or Netflix, watch Jess's streams every Friday for her entertainment updates. Because she will be the one on Netflix or any other streaming device right now. Because I'm not that type of entertainment. She
Robin, the claw came in and she was chosen.
Ooh, the claw.
You know, I got to thinking the other night, you know, speaking of that movie, I want to go back and watch the first 3 of them. Those were really creative movies. Because there was so much that went into making it. Are you serious, Leia?
You hear her, right?
I have nightmares of Leia drinking. I can only imagine you've got this massive bowl just filled with like 5 gallons of water so she can stick her whole face in it.
And she comes up and she's like, yeah, we're talking about you. Come here. Oh, okay, bye.
The other
she
night,
literally came to the door and looked at me like, and just walked away.
Like, I'm getting out of here before Dad comes to bed. We were sitting there watching you guys the other night, and Leia's just sitting there licking up and down Jess's arm, and my wife's like, Leia, just please stop. Stop, Leia.
Just ignore it. We really do.
Well,
we
yeah,
just ignore it.
It's like Jess didn't even realize.
It's like licking people, us, especially at nighttime. It's just like soothing to her, and I'm like, all right, whatever. Like before, you know, because she does this weird like freak out, and she just starts, and she'll come up to the top of the bed, lie on her side. Like puppy barks and starts like digging and off the bed, and her mouth's open in this weird smile. I'm like, or she's doing it and she's upside down. She becomes a face hugger.
Really?
Like if you ever see a bulldog lie upside down, right? Their mouth looks like just the way their lips fly backwards. I gotta take a picture of it and post it.
Just picture Turner and
Jess hates it when I make her do it
in slow motion.
That's Leia.
I mean, she's got the same jowls and mouth and everything.
Like, I'm sure you've seen in a couple of videos where she's out with us, and all of a sudden there's just a giant bubble. There's just giant blob of bubble on the side of her mouth, and she's just looking at you like, what?
Speaking of going random here, I'm hearing that there's rumors that they are going to film Luke Skywalker as a Disney Plus show. There was supposed to be a one-off. And see, I had always thought that this whole concept was killed to begin with. It was supposed to be a one-off movie of Luke Skywalker after the end of the Empire or Return of the Jedi, and you never heard anything about it again. Now I'm starting to hear these rumblings that they're going to film Luke Skywalker for Disney Plus, and maybe that's why they killed Kenobi.
Obi-Wan.
I think if that's the reason,
there was supposed to be the Obi-Wan.
Yeah, Obi-Wan. That story would put in, as long as they do it right. That story could make you kind of. I wouldn't say forget about the Mandalorian, but this is a story that most people have invested years into. The whole Star Wars thing. I mean, not like you have. I mean, but still, if you think every movie, the first three being an hour and a half apiece, and you think the cinematic features of the
and he did
other trilogies. Okay, maybe it was in your Saturday night stream where I seen that, but I mean I haven't really looked.
I know it was in one of the streams. I forgot where, but yeah, thank you, Patrick. That's right, Patrick definitely. How can we forget about adorable baby Yoda? You forget about him because he's not Yoda. That's how we forget about him. She touched Tony. She did it. She done did it, Tony. She opened up this can. She opened up this can. She definitely did, Tony.
But do we know? Maybe he's reincarnated.
Hey, Jesus.
He's already passed it. He's already passed it this time. We don't really know that he's 50 years old. That's just what they say.
I can't believe like Holy Week and stuff right now. Easter Sunday coming up. I'm like, he ain't Jesus.
Yoda has risen.
Savior, I am.
Now we got all this talk going. Now I'm gonna have.
And me wearing Star Wars stuff tonight had nothing to do with this conversation right now either. Okay, had nothing. But you know, you wish you had this hat.
All I know is that Yoda's stick is better than bacon.
Must. Mm-hmm.
It's just a stick. I was shown my wife, or Martina's seen the big one, seagulls. So I've been showing her some of the other ones. That's my stick. I just can't get over it. And then there's. Did you ever see the interview that they did with Mark Hamill about lip reading? About how they approached him and they wanted him to do one, and they wanted Harrison Ford too. And he goes, "I love your stuff, but I just don't know how Harrison Ford feels about it. I just want to talk about it." But
oh gosh,
and this guy's kind of an anonymous guy anyway. It's fun to watch how he just shoehorns words in and they work. I mean, come on, my stick is better than bacon. I mean, it makes no sense, but you cannot. Yeah. But do you want to see it in a movie?
100%.
Or do you want to see it episodically? Build over time.
No, I want a movie.
Could they tell, knowing that we know nothing about him except for the fact that his stick is better than bacon and he hates seagulls? Outside of that,
bopping him on his coconut.
Can we tell an entire backstory in 2.5 hours? Because they're not going to do 2.
Yes. Because It's just
Can
him.
they do it in one movie?
Yeah, because we're focusing on one character. Look, we did it in Rogue One. We did it in Solo. You know?
Well, yeah, but did Han Solo really focus on just Han Solo? It focused on him. It focused on a love interest. It focused on Chewbacca. It focused on this gang trying to steal coaxium. He was involved in it, but there was so much in that story.
You're going to have other people coming in. Yes, you are. Because the Han Solo backstory... What's going on? This is an example right here, guys. We're live on Facebook as well. Live on YouTube. On the Facebook page, get on there. If you're not subscribed to YouTube, get over here. Both under Two Real Geeks. And you also need to subscribe to Phantasmic Chronicles to cheap plug over.
Yes.
Back to Yoda.
I like cheap plugs.
I'm sure you do. Anyways.
I like a lot of things.
So let's look at Solo. Solo needed to have Han, Chewie, and Lando. Lando, he got the shit from Lando that needed to be covered on how he got the Falcon. They were best buds before all this went down, you know. And then Chewie, that's his co-pilot. How did he get Chewie? You know, you needed to go through that.
Did they tell the story?
Yeah, that's why we had that. No, because realistically, I fell asleep during it.
See, I thought that
did it the wrong way. I think they chose the wrong character to bring a backstory into. Because of that, because they did that, it didn't do well because nobody cared about Han. You're not like, we all like Han Solo for who Han Solo is now. We don't care what he did in the past. Nobody, even the biggest Star Wars fans, aren't going to be here like, oh, did you know Han Solo's backstory is this, and that? Nobody cares. No, you know, you basically made us care. You made us focus on this for no reason at all. It had no benefits to anybody. Now, if you go and give me a backstory
before the Mandalorian,
look, even if you give me a backstory about Kid Fisterus or anyone on the just a random Jedi, any Jedi there, people are gonna like, oh, yeah, that's a Jedi. I want their backstory. You know, give me Han's backstory. You want to bring it back? Because Liam Neeson said he'll come back and do it. He'll play Qui-Gon again, he said. Give me his backstory, you know?
Well, let me ask you this. Without the Mandalorian and the introduction of the child, outside of people in your circles of Star Wars, would anybody care about a backstory about Yoda? Any more than they care about a backstory about Han Solo? I mean, Yoda literally was 10% of the movies. If even 10%.
But yes, they would. But everybody knows Yoda.
They just know him. They know nothing about him. But before all this, did anybody really care anything about what Yoda was, where he's from, or anything like that? I don't think they did. I mean, I could really
didn't have as much talk as he does now. He doesn't have as much talk as he does now. No, you're right.
Yep. And maybe that's what they were trying to do with the Solo, trying to garner interest in other segments of the Star Wars world. You know, because there's only so much you can do within to an extent it has. I mean, but you're not going to get what it originally was. I mean, you cannot recreate the original trilogy. You just can't. There's too much story to tell, for one, and they tried to tell way too much story in the next two trilogies.
But Jonathan, it's not really Yoda though. That's not. It's a Yoda. It's Yoda species, not Yoda. Like, I personally don't think it's Yoda. Yoda's dead right now. All right, grim place. Yoda is dead. He is a Force ghost. Okay, let's realistically think of that now too. Is if Yoda really reincarnated, okay, when he's up on the mountain, when Luke's up on that mountain in front of the temple, Yoda's ghost would not have. Would have been Yoda there.
What if the child is projecting? If it is, I'm just going into this whole theory that the possibility here. The child is projecting himself to Luke as Yoda because he's not going to recognize the child. Let's just say that's him projecting himself and appearing as Yoda or appearing as his older self. I mean, if he is as powerful as he supposedly was, even as a small child, he would be that powerful, especially being reincarnated, if that's what happened. I'm just saying, if you look at things, there's been a lot of talk that to be as powerful as Yoda was, he had to have knowledge of the dark side. So the only way to bring yourself back is to have that knowledge. So they've left it open to so many possibilities, which I don't think you can rule out the chance that this is how they're going to spin it.
I mean, yeah, then you go into the whole, Palpatine was not really dead, just Kylo Ren thing. Like, you can go into that whole thing. Maybe Yoda's doing that. But as a Jedi, he's not sitting here messing around with people's heads. Like, once you're a Force ghost, you're a Force ghost. You can't go and, show a character as a Force ghost and be like, oh, they're reincarnated. I think, I'll give it to you this way. Maybe it was a spawn of Yoda's. Because realistically, think about it, years old right now, and it's a baby.
Kurt just said something that's really interesting, and I never thought about this. Maybe it's Yoda's consciousness in a clone. I mean, the LOL's there, but there's clones everywhere, right? All over the Star Wars universe.
There were clones everywhere.
Well, now, have you seen Rise of Skywalker yet, or you've still not seen it?
I have.
Okay. So when Ben and Rey get to Exegol, and you see all those clones out there, it wasn't clones of him. Did you see what they were clones of? It was clones of Snoke.
Yeah.
So there are still clones out there.
Right. I get it, but realistically, it could be. I get it. I do, and I'm not turning that down. But I don't think something as powerful as Yoda would be, because he saw the effects of the clone. I don't think he's going to sit here and be like, "Yep, clone me," And why would it be the fact that we only seen one thing pop up like 100 years after Yoda's death? You know what I mean?
Or maybe Yoda felt that being able to I don't think that we can look at anything in the Star Wars universe the same after this last trilogy. They
No.
just can't, because they have written it. Whether now you can have your own opinions on the storyline itself, but I think the one thing they did was leave it so wide open to interpretation of what is going to happen. Probably, when the original trilogy was done, they basically closed it out. They didn't leave you much room to go, can't wait for the fourth one. It was what it was. But there are so many plot lines open throughout those three movies.
Right. We're closing this saga, but we're not done with Star Wars. That's the thing. So you're done with the saga, but that have to mean that these characters can't continue over in the new saga.
Do you think we'll see any more trilogies?
Knowing them, yes.
How many one-offs are we going to see before we get that next? They have to go. I think you have to go back.
They're going to jump right into it. I think they're going to jump right into it.
Then, if you're going to jump right into it, you either have to.
I think we're going to get a new. We're going to get the after the fall, the Skywalker era coming in. Now,
stuff in
kind of like the video game
last trilogies.
No, right after this one. It's going to be in the future, I think, a couple years in the future, where we're going to see Kylo Ren in his older form, and maybe took over something and gained more power, or I mean, really, we don't have Rey
now.
Well, I mean, exactly, or is he really?
I mean, unless there's a clone.
Snow could have taught him how to stay alive.
Well, and see, I think that ending sequence left so many possibilities because of all those Snokes. And here's the other thing: who is Snoke supposed to be? If you believe a lot of things you read, a lot of people believe that was supposedly supposed to be in the image of Bane. What if?
Yeah.
And we've talked about this before. Palpatine said at the end, "I have died 1,000 times." That's what I'm saying. Has he been all these Sith Lords all this time? I don't think you can tell this story if Palpatine is really gone.
All we know, Palpatine. No, Palpatine. I don't think so. I don't think so. All we know is Kylo could have been Palpatine the whole time.
True.
If you keep going back and everything, I mean, really, you had multiples of you around at one point. I mean, come on. I mean, you could have taught Kylo to do this,
If you really sit back and you look at 9 movies, 3 sets of trilogies, who was the most important character of those 9 movies, seeing how the last one ended? Who was the string puller for everything through those 9 movies?
Kylo. Oh,
the original?
Yeah.
Palpatine is the biggest constant through those movies. So if you want to continue right after that, you can. I don't think you can continue with that story of Palpatine.
Yeah, no.
Somehow, some way.
True.
I just got
True.
We got some severe storms coming in.
Oh, really?
Yep. I knew we had some stuff coming in tonight, but when they're supposedly going to get bad, it comes over my phone. So I don't know where they go from here. That's why I wonder if going back in time and telling us how all this stuff came to be because not everybody has read all the books. You know, not everybody understands how New Hope came to be, or even the story of
Right.
Rogue One. People don't understand what happened
Right.
before that.
Right.
Thank you, Macom. Have a good night.
Yes, have a good night, Macom. But I mean, they kind of left it where you didn't need to know it, though. You know.
True. I guess I'm just one of those. I like to have those answers. But then again, like you said, no one really cared about Han Solo. They still told the story.
Well, here's the thing: is these stories that they're telling you are the main. It is what that's. They're not designed to go and show you the EU, which the extended universe, but people, the extended universe was made up by fans at first. Okay, like everything else, they're giving these people these elaborate stories and this and that, and then they're go with it. Let's make the comics. Let's make money off of it. I can't be mad at them. People wanted it. They're now the people making Star Wars or DC or whatever else. Now they're making this whole EU for it. They're making money off of it. And if it wasn't for people's imagination, what if they did this and he had a sister that was really his cousin and this and that, there was a planet called whatever name that they want to make up over here, which had this battle. It's like, okay, like we've seen this before. You're playing Dungeons and Dragons. Really, you're playing Dungeons and Dragons with a franchise. That's all you're doing.
Yeah. True.
Take the 8-sided dice and roll it again. That's it. Some of these stories are going to stick. Some of these stories aren't. Just take that 8-sided dice and roll it.
Yeah. I mean, you're absolutely right there. I mean, really, they're playing with house money on the story.
Yeah.
They're not going to lose whatever story they decide to tell. Even if the diehards don't like it, there's going to be a mass amount of people that just are like, Star Wars, I'm coming to watch it.
Like me and you, we're like, okay, I'll be there. I don't care how bad the last one was. It's still Star Wars.
Yeah, and it's feeding the masses what they want. They want more Star Wars. It doesn't matter
it's
how
feeding
bad
my habit. Really, I mean, come on, that's it.
See, me myself, I didn't think that last one was that bad. I thought he did a great job of trying to fix that train wreck of the last movie.
Either. I mean, it started off slow, but whatever. I mean, look, it was something made that I could never make.
True.
Okay, so you weren't going to make that, right? I know I wasn't going to make it. I know I could never afford to make one of those movies. Never ask me like, oh yeah, we like your YouTube channel. Come make a movie for us. They'll never ask me to do that. Even if they did, I'd be like, where do I start?
And even if you did it,
really,
they wouldn't ask you a second time.
Yeah. So realistically, I'm not one to sit here and bash a movie. I'd be like, yeah, I didn't like it. I didn't like it. That's what I'm not. That movie was the worst piece of crap that I've seen. And blah blah. For what? Realistically, that's value right there. Like great pictures and paintings that we consider great pieces of work of art. Sure, were bashed like when they were made to, like the Mona Lisa. I'm sure that thing got bashed so many times with so many people. Oh, that thing's horrible. It's ugly. I'm sure, but now they're a masterpiece. Now it's look at that. That's the Mona Lisa.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah,
Like,
I agree.
it's art. That's it. It's an artistic value that somebody made that I would never be able to make. I'm not going to sit here and bash someone for doing their job. Maybe not, maybe it didn't get as huge numbers as they wanted to, but that's not for me to decide. Mine, for me to decide, is
Well,
if
when
I'm
you
going to
sink
watch
$1
it or not.
billion into a movie, it's really hard to make that money back, even at the prices of tickets now.
Yeah.
One thing that this pandemic is doing for movies that I really like is they are finding, and I'm reading that they're actually making their money with this early release where you pay like $20
I was going to
to
ask
rent
you
it.
this just now, too. Do you think that's going to stick even after this?
Yeah, they tried it a few years back. I think it's a great
Right.
idea because I'm a family of 6. Unless I hit the
Yeah.
and we have a local theater that on a Saturday afternoon you can catch a movie, even if it's 3D. You can catch a 3D movie for $5. If it's
Right.
just a regular, we can literally go in. It's $3. It's $3 a piece. Now I realize that that's because it's a small town owned theater, and they try to keep their prices low because it's a depressed area. But if you want to go on a Saturday night and watch XYZ, it's going to cost you at minimum
Mm-hmm.
$10. $10 on a Saturday night in a bigger area. I've heard some people in streams talk about movies that it's $20 to go watch a movie on a Saturday
Mm-hmm.
night. Now, if I get into that matinee for $3 a piece with the 6 of us, that's $18. Now,
Right.
we are not going to go to the theater and watch that movie unless it is something we really, really want to watch. But if we sit at
Right.
home and it's like, kind of wanted to see that movie, I'd like to go ahead and watch it instead of waiting for a year for it to come out to Netflix or Hulu, whatever it comes out to. I'm going to spend $20. We can sit down as a family. It's $2 more, but we can make our popcorn at home. We can go buy some sodas for $1
Exactly.
instead of $8. I
If you got to go to the
guarantee you,
bathroom,
it's
you just
making
pause
money.
it.
Yep. Not, hey, what happened? And tripping over people because the theater's dark. Now for me,
Goes off. Who the hell cares? Because you can just sit there and answer your text message, or you can actually get some work done at the same time, and yeah.
And if you or in my case, a lot of times one of my kids falls asleep watching it, you can have it for 24 hours. And if it's something they really wanted to watch, like, hey, check it out tomorrow. We still got X amount of hours left on the rental. And you know what?
Is that how they're
If I want
doing
to
it?
watch
You only get it for 20. You rent it for 24 hours.
it's either 24 or 48 hours. I think Amazon Prime right now, if you do a straight to box office, or I think they're
Yeah.
calling it only box office release, I think it's $20, and I think you get 48 hours. Now, unfortunately, we're at a time of the year where the only movies that were being put out were the ones that they didn't want to put out at Christmas time because of all the big movies, or they don't want to because summertime's coming. They got to get them out now. There was nothing on there. I kept looking at them, and it's like, do I really want to watch Birds of Prey? They have. I mean, I'm sorry. They screwed up Suicide Squad.
Birds of Prey,
Big
in my opinion.
Okay. I mean,
I liked
if
it.
it was.
I really did. I know people keep bashing. They're like, oh, it's a too slow movie. But realistically, it's Harley Quinn's standalone movie. So it's her first movie. And then first movies, you got to get the backstory somewhat and build it up, and the squad together. And that's my opinion. I liked it, but
Now, what Jonathan said is true.
I'm a
too.
DC fan.
Yeah, when you go to the theater, there's something about being in a packed movie theater and feeling everyone around you sharing that emotion with you. I
Yeah.
get that, but for $70 to take my family to the theater compared to sitting there. I want to hear my family's laughter and reaction to a movie more than people I don't know. So when I'm in a room
I'll
with
tell you right
just
now, if
my
I go to the
family and we
movies,
all belly laugh over something, yeah.
if I go to the movies, it'll probably cost me about $70 too, because I'm spoiled now. I'm sorry. If I'm going out, I'm going to go to the movie theater that I can sit there in the chair, order dinner, and order a beer, and have them come to me and serve me as I'm watching the movie. Granted, I know I'm probably wasting my because I'll probably be in a restaurant longer than a movie, but I like that experience. I want to sit there and watch the movie. Yeah.
Now, me and my wife talk about doing this. There's a place over in Columbus that they do re-releases of classics. Like at Christmas time, they do like they did A Christmas Story and they did Elf.
Okay.
But they have a brewery attached to it. You pay so much to get in, you get a flight of beer, and you can order beer while you're in there. And it's one of those things of you know the whole experience.
It's like an Alamo Draft House.
Huh?
Is it like an Alamo Draft House?
Yeah, well, yeah, it's a draft house and a movie theater, you know, and they're all combined. You know, you do taste testings, and then you go in. You can take your beer in and watch the movie. You can come out and get another beer and go back in.
Right.
And you know, it's their own beer. It's not like they have other beers too, but you know, really what it is, they're trying to push their brand. But you know, and I think it was like $50 a person, but it was worth it. You know, that was a movie I would have went to the theater and watched. I didn't.
It was a good movie.
I mean, I'm eventually going to watch it, but I'm just one of those people. Yeah.
I feel bad for him. He has for him to go to the movies, it costs a lot. That's all I'm saying. He has like a little any team you can think of, he has enough to play.
Well, say, like with us, you know, we're six when we go.
Yeah.
You know, when my boys are home with me, there's six of us, and you know, if it's $15 a ticket, and I mean that is even cheap in some places. That's $60, $70, $80, $90 just to walk in the door. What child does not ask for popcorn? What child does not want a drink? You know, a large thing of popcorn that's going to be devoured by one, maybe two kids, that's $10. A drink, that's a large drink for one person, that's going to be $8 to $10. And you know, the days of old ladies.
The good thing about if you buy the large popcorn and large drinks, a lot of the movie theaters now will actually refill it for you.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's kind of a good value like that. Yeah.
Which I think that's why so many people have joined things like the AMC Movie Club, where they pay like, what is it, like $20 a month, but they're getting to see 4 movies a month. And, you know, and you have different tiered packages where it might include a drink, it might include a snack.
Now,
you know, if you're someone that goes to the movies once a week, that's worth
it. For those movie clubs, do you do something like the Amazon Movie Club, where you pay a monthly fee and you're able to get these releases?
It would have to be a lot more expensive.
I'm not saying unlimited. You get to rent the release one time a month.
They might. I mean, they would almost have to come out with their own streaming service to do it with the rights to do that.
Jesus.
But yeah, I was just looking at that. That's
for the worst movie ever
that you'll never. Yes. And you know, I was stomaching it until
let that go.
Whatever the guy's name is in that movie, when he started sounding like Peter Cetera from a corny '80s song, I'm like, okay, checking out, back, and I watched it on Disney Plus.
I haven't watched it yet. I don't.
No, don't. I'm not going to say don't. I mean, it is what it is. I mean, if you enjoy Disney animated movies, I mean, it's not horrible. The music in it is almost intolerable.
Everything in Canada is always higher. It's how it is, unfortunately.
Yeah, what is it now? Like $40 for a pack of cigarettes, and beer is outrageous too. Well, I guess it depends on where you go. If you're in a major area, I'm sure it's not as bad. But I used to have some friends that went up to a remote area in northern Canada to fish, and if they forgot to stop in a major area, grab their beer on the way through, they would pay like $40 for a 12 pack of beer. And it's like, man, I don't, I guess if you're fishing,
Yeah.
you need your beer, but no.
Yeah, exactly.
Getting tired, Danny?
No, I'm always tired at this time of day now for some reason.
Well, I think we're in a good spot.
I think so
You
too.
want to get out of here, some sleep.
Exactly.
I mean,
We did our 2-hour penance.
and I'm feeling really bad for Patrick right now. $170 for Frozen 2.
I told you. I know.
There's matinees, bro.
Hey. Let me tell you, he'll do anything for those kids, though. I'll tell you that much.
I've flown round trip to Florida and back for $170.
Buy some tickets now, it'd be a lot cheaper.
Actually, yeah. Well, when I get up, I got to get on the phone tomorrow with Southwest and get all my stuff canceled. But our flights were so expensive coming back. I think they were $2 something a piece. If I can get them canceled and find something that we're going to do, I can almost fly twice down and back.
I have one word. Cody. That's all I'm saying.
Yes.
Cody.
And Patrick, these types of things like this early release to things like Amazon Prime, it's going to be so great for you guys. And more people will watch these movies because of it.
Yep.
Because people like me, I'm not going to go to the theater to watch a lot of movies. I wait for them to come out on Netflix or to HBO or whatever it is. Because, I mean, I'm not going to spend $170 to take my family to the movies. But if they say, you know what, here it is for $20, okay, I $20, I can do that.
Yep.
I mean, still, I'm a cheap person anyway. $20 is still $20, but that's not a bad thing. Take the family popcorn, get ourselves some stuff, and $20 for a movie. I'm in.
Exactly. But I think we're good here.
Yes.
What do you say? Guys, I appreciate it. If you're watching on Facebook, you're on YouTube, like that Facebook page. Subscribe to Tony.
Absolutely.
Tony actually has a Facebook page also. Is it under Tony or?
No, I actually have one for the travel agency, not for myself. Vacations by Phantasmic is a good place to get a hold of me. I've and in my personal Facebook I have a special needs page as well. Disney parents with special needs children.
Yep.
That's a good place to find out what I got going.
He's on Twitter also, as I am too. For Two Real Geeks is on Twitter. Tomorrow night, we are doing a giveaway. We are giving the game we are playing tomorrow night. The game company gave us the game. They gave us an extra game. and said, have fun with it. So we are giving away the game that we are reviewing tomorrow night on our stream. You
Game
have
in
to
a can.
be in the stream to, yes, game in a can. The game company itself has been pushing this. So be in the stream if you want to win the giveaway, because that's how we're doing it. And
if
it's
you
going
want
to
to
be a lot
see
of
Danny and Jess fight, be there too. Because Danny will probably argue over the rules.
No. We're gonna keep it
No,
for
we won't
real,
be doing
because tomorrow night's stream is a legit stream. It's a professional stream. Who am I kidding? Who am I? It's just gonna be fun. Just be there. But yes, be there. 8:00 Wednesday night, tomorrow night. Be there for game night. It's
be there or be square.
Be there or don't have enough. That's all I'm saying. That's all I know. The game is
and
awesome.
If you haven't bought a board game lately, folks, a board game is not cheap. Jonathan Chong will tell you that. Board games are not cheap anymore.
As you see, it is right here. It's still in bubble wrap and everything, waiting to go. That's the game. Game night in a can.
You can't go wrong with that phrase. Game night in a can.
Exactly. And yeah, it's like 30 games in one. It's going to be an
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
Thank you for that, Patrick. I really appreciate that.
Awesome. Good job, Pat. Good job. But
Danny, are you going back and editing some old video still, or you just want to kind of keep with the live stream for now?
Yeah, I actually stuff from Disney.
Okay.
I don't know if you remember my Splash Mountain POV from my Magic Kingdom video.
Yeah. You got more?
In a bit when my sister just starts hysterically laughing. But that POV might be going. That is going to go up. I have Mine Train, the Seven Doors Mine Train. Those are usable. Oh, I also have
Welcome back,
Everest
Shelley.
also. I have also. So that's going to go up. And I actually found extra stuff from Animal Kingdom. It's not a whole bunch extra, but I'm probably going to make a video with Pandora stuff and Animal Kingdom as a whole. So I don't know. I just don't show love to Animal Kingdom.
Are you not a fan of it?
No, I'm not. I grew up with the Bronx Zoo. I mean,
yeah, true. But I mean, I like the idea of Animal Kingdom. I like the fact that
I know, but you know, so know me. I'm a thrill ride person. If I'm in, I want it to feel like a zoo. You know, it's just my personal preference, and Jess is also.
The thing I like about Animal Kingdom, well, for one, it's also the reason why I'm not a fan of Animal Kingdom at the same time, is because there's so much immersion in there because of all the trees and everything. It is so hot. So hot.
It is.
I don't care where you're at. It's nowhere near as hot as Animal Kingdom. You could be standing outside of Animal Kingdom, and as soon as you walk in, it's 10 degrees warmer. And
remember what Deb told us last week about this one?
Yeah.
So you weren't here last week, Patrick, I don't think, when we were talking about it, but apparently it has it that Busch Garden and SeaWorld are going under big time. And rumor has it is that two places may be picking it up, and one of those two places is Cedar Fair or Six Flags. So
either way, if it does happen, either me or you guys will be happy, because your passes will get you into the Orlando area.
I personally think, and I personally would want it not just a past member, is Six Flags, Six Flags has a history of dealing with animals.
True. Yeah, and I don't think that any of the Cedar Fair parks really have much to do outside of Cedar Point. And like I said, it's been years since I've been up there now, but they always had the massive aquarium there with a lot of, well, I shouldn't say massive, but I mean a good sized aquarium for a theme park.
I don't think it was part. It was run by Cedar Point, though. I think they was just an outside people that had.
That could be. That very well could be.
Yeah, it really. It looks like it might be coming true, though. So, my fingers are crossed. Sorry
Shelley,
for their
when did you do
parks
another
and
live
everything,
stream?
but
Get any notification?
fingers are crossed. Yeah, I didn't get any notification on that either. What the heck? And I got all,
Or did
I
you
got
go
all your
live
stuff
with somebody
pushed.
else? And you know that's been a problem with YouTube.
But that's
recently,
good though.
is notifications.
It's because there's so many people on right now. What else is everybody doing? Oh, it was on Instagram. That's why I didn't get
Okay,
it.
on Instagram. So usually when someone goes
Okay.
live on Instagram, I get a notification too.
I don't pay attention to Instagram. We went through this already.
Yeah. Yeah. Patrick, this rumor came from someone that is really immersed in
Reliable.
the amusement park community.
Yeah.
And I mean, he's the former cast member of Disney, former cast member at Universal. He knows a lot of people in the theme park industry down there, and he was very adamant about this.
Announcing the commencement of the annual purge, sanctioned.
Sorry, apparently we're purging over here in Georgia.
All right. Now that we got what you got,
I think we're good.
I think I'm going to get the get the tripod and the camera out. I think I'm going to start filming some stuff back in the kitchen again until things clear up.
You go for it.
I have to.
Don't be afraid to open up. It doesn't matter what you put out as long as you put something out. If you put something out, at least people know that you're still around. You know? That's why. Also, you doing the live streams too. Still out there. You know?
Yeah.
Which is
now,
good.
Shelly, I did see your photo shoot with the. I've seen a lot of your bird pictures. I think I've got most of them but like Danny said, he doesn't do really Instagram. And me, I try to check it, but it's not on the top of my list.
Like, I don't know.
I got
I just
3
I
Facebook
don't
pages
bother
to
with
keep
it.
up on, and
I should
definitely
probably.
go
If the park opens up again, I should probably try to go live on Instagram to see if that works better for the connection.
Yeah.
I probably won't do it though, because it's Instagram.
Okay. On that note, Danny.
So, hey, I think we're good.
Yep.
I think StreamYards can do its thing and play us out here. Guys coming in, we love it. Hit that button, leave a comment, do whatever, share this out. Tell people how awesome we were, how much fun you had here. We'll see you guys again. And don't remember, tomorrow night, game night. And then Friday, Thursday, I'm on with Jordan Gasly. Is entertainment with Jess, and then Saturday night we got midnight. So we got something planned every night this week for your entertainment.
And he's essential and still doing it.
Exactly. Working my butt off and then still giving you guys entertainment. Rock on. Have a good night. We are out of here.